Spain violated the right to a fair trial of a Basque pro-independence figure. This according to a ruling by the European Court of Human Rights, which comes after jailed Catalan leaders have been claiming for months that their own trial won't have basic guarantees. Hello, and welcome to Catalan News. The European Court of Human Rights is on the news for a case regarding Basque leader Arnaldo Otegi. But many have linked this decision to the upcoming trial for the 2017 Catalan independence referendum, as we'll tell you in a minute. And on our show today, you'll also learn more about one of the keys to the country's export increase over the past 3 decades. Arnaldo Otegi, known figure of the Basque left-wing pro-independence movement, was incarcerated for 6.5 years for allegedly following orders from ETA. But now, after having served his full sentence, the court that tried him has been deemed partial by the European Court of Human Rights.
Strasbourg holds out hope for the jailed Catalan leaders, who are convinced they will not get a fair trial in Spain. But an appeal to the European Court of Human Rights can only come after all legal options in Spain have been exhausted. This can take years, but today this hope was boosted after the court in this city near the French border ruled that the Spanish National Court violated the rights to a fair trial of the pro-independence Basque leader Arnaldo Otegi. He welcomed the decision and linked both legal proceedings.
Quiero también recordar especialmente a los presos políticos catalanes que se enfrentan también a ese tribunal y que se enfrentan también a un relato que no es veraz.
Otegi claims that the situation of the jailed leaders is also unfair and that today's ruling should prompt Spain's judiciary to react. The leader of the EH Bildu left-wing party, Otegi was jailed for 6.5 years for allegedly following the orders of the ETA organization. Yet one of the judges who tried him in Spain's national court had asked him in a previous trial whether he condemned terrorism. He gave no reply, and the judge said that she already knew he would not answer. This prompted accusations of prejudice, and in the end the Strasbourg court agreed. Catalan pro-independence parties and the government welcomed the ruling.
Clarament és una constatació de com està la justícia espanyola.
Meanwhile, the main unionist party, Ciutadans, said it respects the decision, but also made a call to remember Otegi's alleged crimes.
Cap infracció procedimental justifica blanquejar en aquestes persones que clarament han mostrat la seva violència.
Otegi's trial was in 2011, and after a number of appeals, the case reached Strasbourg in 2015. 7 years, including his full prison sentence, have gone by in the meantime. The trial of the independence leaders will not start before January 2019.
Now moving to Belgium, where rapper Valtonyc will have to wait longer than expected to learn whether or not he will be extradited. The appeals court in Ghent, which had to rule on it today, has delayed the issue until at least January 22nd. The reason? It doesn't know which of the 2 Spanish anti-terror laws applies for the case. He's asked the European Court of Justice in Luxembourg to clarify. The artist was sentenced to 3.5 years in jail for lyrics by Spain, but absconded to Belgium right before being incarcerated.
The court wants to know which Spanish criminal law do we have to take in account. The criminal law from 2015 or the criminal law that existed back in the days in 2012. And the court has decided not to answer that question himself, but to ask the European Court in Luxembourg for an answer.
Per jo és molt millor que sigui el Tribunal de Luxemburg qui digui que unes cançons no poden ser terrorisme que no que ho digui un tribunal de Ghent. Per tant, per jo molt bé.
Moving on, Catalonia is breaking its all-time records on exports nearly every month. Yet this isn't by chance, and a project by the Catalan government launched exactly 30 years ago may have contributed.
Tokyo, San Francisco, New York, Hong Kong and Milan. These were the cities where the Catalan government first opened offices to promote international trade and investment. That was 30 years ago, and the network now includes 40 offices covering more than 100 countries worldwide. The aim of Catalonia Trade and Investment, or Acció, as it is known in Catalan, is twofold.
Nosaltres a Acció treballem tant, per una banda, els fluxos comercials d'exportació de Catalunya cap a fora, com ajudem empreses de la zona, allà on estem, a invertir a Catalunya.
Since the first offices opened in 1988, the government agency has managed 20,000 internationalization projects. According to its estimates, each euro invested in offices abroad generates 32 euros in foreign sales. Exports in Catalonia have multiplied by 4 since 1995. But more than numbers, what regional heads highlight is the ability to adapt to the needs of each company.
Most people give you a list of contacts and they tell you, okay, call them and see if they're interested in your product. We do not give anybody a list. We work the list, we call them, we identify as the government of Catalonia promoting a product or a company, and we do all the research until we do have an interest, and then we put them together. And that is something that very few people, it's a type of very personalized consulting that very few people in the world do. And that, I think, is what makes us different.
What is it that makes Catalan companies and their products appealing to international markets? According to regional directors, the same thing that characterizes European products: quality. This is precisely what some projects backed by the agency seek. For instance, Catalan wines, aimed at popularizing this refined beverage made in Catalonia's wineries.
Concerns about health problems stemming from pollution are now focusing on pregnant women. Unique research led by Barcelona's Global Health Institute will look into the impact of pollution on prenatal life. For instance, the study will try to find out whether the creation of a brain from the very first months of pregnancy is different in Barcelona compared to places with less pollution. There's a considerable number of pregnant women taking part in the study.
There are 1,200 patients, which is a very big number, which are going to be studied at different moments during life, and it's a unique cohort because that's going to be followed, hopefully longer than 5 years, and it's going to produce data on health that are going to be extremely important for the public health policies in the future.
Now, time for culture, and to pay tribute to Jaume Plensa, one of the most renowned living Catalan artists for public installations and large-scale sculptures. Jaume Plensa was presented with an honorary degree by Barcelona's Autonomous University today. This after his successful career, including works like Carmela, based on a scanned 3D picture. Depending on how you look at it, it appears as absolutely flat or 3D, with correct proportions and everything. This can be found in the Catalan capital right downtown, but Plensa also has large-scale installations in cities like Chicago, London, and many other places worldwide. Before we go today, we leave you with footage of a special play as part of the Temporada Alta festival in the Girona area, northern Catalonia. One of the artists performing in the show involved children in a school as an effort to engage the youngest ones in theater. Thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow.